All right, guys. Yo, what's up, guys? Pixel Pod Studio in the house. We have Young, we have Manny, and then we have myself, RJ. What's going on, everyone? Hopefully, everyone's having a good Monday. Happy Monday, by the way. And we're going to be bringing you some good content. So excited to kind of go over that. Young, you have anything to say?
No, just I hope everyone's staying safe. Hope everyone's staying healthy. Um, I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been wanting to work home for a while, but I do miss my friends. You know what I miss the most, man? And I'm not, and this is gonna sound silly, but I miss the hugs, man. Like I miss hugging my friends. That's the God honest truth, man. Call me Mr. Sensitive, man, but I really, really miss like hugging my friends and my family, man. That's what
Yeah,
I miss.
nah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I miss hugging my mom, dude.
Right?
Dude, it kind of got to me for Easter. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be
I mean,
honest.
she called me yesterday, and we were talking, uh, and like I said, man, I just miss hugging like friends and family members, man. So, um, but yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm in desperate need of a haircut. Manny, how are you doing? You looking good though, man. You were saying you gave yourself a haircut, huh?
Yeah, I used to cut hair.
Yeah.
So I cut hair like in my sophomore year in high school, and then I cut pretty much everybody's hair in the football team. So like, yeah, Thursday nights were like busy at the locker room. I used to make $5 a cut, dude. So I used to that was my food money for the week.
Dude, this dude was an entrepreneur back before he even knew what an entrepreneur was.
And
Nah,
I used to go to swap meets. I used to go to swap meets and sell sodas for like 50 cents, man.
Ah,
Dude,
man,
this
I
is
love
like
it. I
sixth,
love
seventh
it.
grade. No, yeah, seventh grade. Yeah, man.
I love it.
yeah. So no.
Uh, yeah, let's talk about the Pixel Pod though.
So we're going over today. We're going to be going over InDesign table and cell styles.
Yeah.
This is pretty much basically what we're showing you guys is how to use InDesign. And this is going to be like if you're for KDP, if you're creating like an interior or anything like this, by us going over all this stuff right here, all this content, and helping you guys and showing you guys the process. This should benefit you with creating your interior. If you know how to create an interior already with InDesign, this is going to actually help you out even more to give you a better understanding. Maybe you haven't used InDesign in years and you want some content on it and learn how to use certain things with InDesign. This is exactly what we want to show you guys and help you guys learn. Yeah. 1 second. And if you guys are new, say hi. I know that we're having a little bit of issues with the screen. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the screen. The screen last week was
Too blurry?
yeah, a
Was it too
little
blurry for you?
blurry. Yeah, a little blurry. So I think this time we're just going to zoom all the way in and cut our faces off. So
All right, let me share my screen really quick. Hold on, guys.
all right, good. You're good. You're good.
I mean, I'm showing full screen. Are you guys?
No, I'll do it on my end, and then they can kind of see more of the screen, and we'll just be talking in the background.
Oh, it's when you set it up. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's not you, man. You good?
All right.
Jessica. Hey guys, loving the interior. So glad I signed.
Hey, Jessica.
Thank you
Jessica's
so
cool, man.
much.
She's good people.
Yeah, awesome, Jessica. I'm glad that we can.
Hey, do you
How
guys hear
about?
that, man? I have my neighbor. It's funny. My one of my neighbor's kids. She's playing ABC on the flute outside. I don't know if that's distracting. Can you guys hear that?
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Okay.
No, don't hear nothing.
That's good.
Jessica said the dog father.
The dog father. Where's my boy at? He's back there somewhere.
That's cool. Yeah, and also too, if you guys if you guys are unaware of Pixel Pod Studio, I have a link down below. I think it's down below, up above on Facebook. Go ahead and check that out. When you guys sign up, you guys get 50 interiors, I believe it is now. I think we went over that last week.
I'm working on the next 10 for May. So
It's
we're
gonna
on
be
track.
some good stuff. Some good stuff. Have you been Young? Have you been noticing anything different at all? What are people at home doing at all? Anything that's standing out to you?
As far as what?
As far as like, anything, just in general, like what are people doing?
Okay. I
And
thought you meant. I thought you were asking about the interiors. Just in
no,
general.
yeah, just in general, like what's new? Like what have you been? You've been staying in at home and
I've been staying home. Actually, no. Well, you and I were talking earlier. Um, you know what? I should save that for the next episode of the podcast.
All right.
No,
Save
no.
that for the next episode.
Okay. No, we're gonna get into it right now. Jessica, so how are sales going for you guys? As far as sales for KDP, it's going pretty good. I think that right now is a big opportunity right now. KDP, if you guys are unaware of that, a really good opportunity right now. Everyone's staying at home. Everyone's doing stuff as far as like learning stuff, like learning activities. Kids are doing workbooks and stuff like that. I know that there's a lot of baking going on at home right now. Bread, like homemade stuff, like a lot of everyone wants to turn into a chef now all of a sudden. So there's a lot of opportunity right there, right? People are at home sewing masks, right? Everyone's at home now. They want to make masks. Yeah,
like a pattern book or
Pattern,
something. Yeah.
sewing, any
there you go, man.
hobbies.
A lot of have you guys been seeing a lot of people cut hair? I don't know, like my friends too, like cutting their kids' hair, like they're messing it up though, but
Dude, I'm thinking about just shaving mine off because I'm in desperate need of a haircut. I'm freaking come out looking like the golden child.
I had
you turn into a monk.
The golden child, fool.
Nah, let's get so man, you good sharing your screen?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right. So see, I can see it from here. Looks good from here. Now let's zoom in even more right there. Now you can see us. Cut our faces out. We're in the back end. We can see each other, but you guys can't see us.
Okay, cool. So oh yeah, that's me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's go over. Last week we went over paragraph styles and character styles. We have the same file where we left off. So we're going to go over table styles, how to basically customize all the tables that you see in the interior, as well as cells styles, which is basically you can use that for a fill. That's what I use it for. So let's just get to it. Let's create a cell style for people that want to what's that?
Any questions, guys? We're going to get to them at the end. If you guys have any questions, we'll answer them at the end. If you guys haven't watched the last week's video, Manny goes into detail over some InDesign techniques too as well. And now this kind of like it's like a little bit of a carryover into this one. So basically what we're doing, we're breaking everything down for you guys.
Part two. Yeah, so in order to pull up your table styles, you're going to go into the window styles, and then you go here. So everything's here: cell styles, table styles, and then your table. So let's go into. Let's just go into the table styles now. So to create a new table style, all you're gonna click on the little paragraph or whatever icon. You hit new table style, and what we're gonna do is, I know our interiors are roughly like 50% black. And the reason we do like a dark gray is because black sometimes can be seen through the pages. So we try to keep that in mind. So we'll do that for this one. So we're going to set up our rows and our columns. So for the table itself, we're going to go with a lighter, thinner stroke. So let's go with the 0.25, and we'll go with the 50% gray. This gray was basically I just added it into the swatch. So you can do that, or you can do a black 50%. It's up to you. And then you're going to hit OK. And then you're going to go into the rows, custom the row. We're going to do the same thing, 0.25. If I'm going too fast, guys, let me know.
No, you're good for now. I'm keeping track of the chat, so if anyone
okay,
says
cool.
anything,
so that's the rows, the column strokes. So basically, what we're doing now, we're thinning out the strokes because I think they're too heavy right now. Wouldn't you guys agree? and then hit OK. And then what we're going to do, we're going to highlight your table, and then you're going to select the table style. So let's just call it recipe style. All right, and there it is. So basically, it gave it a thinner stroke, and it changed the color of the columns and the rows. And now we're going to select a cell style, which I want to fill this part gray. So we'll just do new cell style. And for a fill, usually it's right here, cell fill. Go with the 50%. Let's go with like a 25% tint. And then you're going to do, double click on it. Let's just name it light gray. All right. And there it is. Same thing. So usually what I like to do is highlight the light gray on basically like the subheaders. And we'll do that. Light gray, light gray, light gray. Let's see here. Light gray, light gray. Now what we're going to do now, we can do this actually gray here. Now, since we selected since we already modified the table style, or already have our table style here, so we're going to go, you're going to highlight the table, and then you're going to go back to the table styles, and you're going to just click on the recipe style, which was the one we originally did, and boom. Same thing. Select. Oops. Oh, I think I know what happened. Okay, select. Recipe style. I usually like doing this at 50%. So this is just a stroke box for the picture that we want to have for our recipe card. We're gonna go ahead and change that to a 50% gray, and I kind of want to match what I have going with the rest. So I think it's a 50%. The reason there's a line here is because there is a header. So all you gotta do is, let's see here. Actually, I actually like that. And for example, sometimes people don't want the stroke around the boxes. So we can go ahead and do that. Go back to your recipe style book. Just recipe style, table style. You're gonna go into the table setup, and you can just hit 0, and that should eliminate the stroke around the tables.
And then, so for example, that everything that you just did, it's like looks completely like different, right? It's like on your own flip on it, and all the shading and stuff like that makes a whole different book now, like the interior.
I mean, that's the goal, right? Is that you want to make sure, and then you could always update it. So, like, say you want to add it back, you just go back up here and just go back to the table style, 0.25, and then you got your box.
Yeah. Huh. Clean.
Yeah, and I think the reason this is not like this is because when I added the table, I believe I had a header row. So if you just remove the header row, it should give it a, hold on. Maybe just delete the row. And just insert it. Delete.
All right, let me just show this one.
What happened?
Oh, you sick bastard, AJ.
What happened?
He
You see on the screen?
always enjoys a good stroke.
I always enjoyed.
AJ at it.
Show.
It's a family show, AJ. Again, I kind of screwed up, guys, so it's my fault. But I'm changing it right now. So basically, it's a row.
I see a few people else. There was a comment in the Facebook group saying that they don't have InDesign. The kind of just going back to that, is all the interiors that in PixelPod Studio are created with InDesign, and then of course we make them available in other formats. But the goal is to show you guys, give you guys a understanding. Say that you might not be at InDesign right now, right? You're not doing InDesign right now. You're doing PowerPoint. But your goal is later on, you want to just do InDesign. You want to go into more of like the actual professional software for interiors, right? And you want to learn this, right? And I'm not saying PowerPoint is bad or none of that stuff, but the goal is soon, like once you start making money with your business and you want to go over into over into InDesign, you know this stuff, this content's there. So there's some people that actually know InDesign. So.
Yeah, so the cool thing about the table styles, guys, I mean, so basically just going back, so a cell style is basically you can customize an individual cell, right? So you can add a fill, you can add the stroke. I mean, you can do whatever you want. All it is it's in here. Basically, it's all experimental. I mean, you can go, if you want a thicker stroke, it'll do a thicker stroke, right? As you can see. Basically customizing an individual cell, right? And then a table style is a style for your table. So whether you want different fills, different strokes, column strokes, you can do it all right here in this table. And the cool thing about it is you save it right here, and you can always go back and customize it. Or add or duplicate it. You can duplicate it, and you can say recipe style 2, and you want to do, say, you don't want to do no strokes, and then you have another style guide that you can do with no strokes. Give me a second here. There it is. See, no strokes. And it does it for you. I mean, that's basically it. Nothing fancy other than just a good way to organize it. And again, we want to make sure that we do this in the master pages, guys. So when you have your page, when you have your master page, everything is pretty much laid out. So look, the book pretty much is laid out already for you.
So basically, yeah. So basically,
go ahead, RJ.
What you did was when you did it in the master page, it duplicated to all the other pages, right?
Right. And this was already preset because our templates are all 150 pages, right?
Yeah.
But on the next video that we do, we'll go over how to duplicate it into your, how to add the master pages into your document so that you can have control over that. So today we're trying to keep these videos nice and short, straight to the point. We don't want to confuse everybody. So I hope everybody followed along. We're trying to do a series of videos here. In the last video that we do, we're going to drop this as a freebie for everyone. I'll do my best to try to do it for PowerPoint as well, but give me a day or two for that, guys. So, but we're trying to teach. We're trying to like let people know how easy InDesign is and how creative you can be and how you could have pretty much full control of your master page. As opposed to, PowerPoint is just a little odd, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. And that's another thing too.
Just quick though, Jessica, I just do want to point out, if you do want to just kind of mess with InDesign, Adobe, they do give a 30-day access to any of their apps that you can go in and just kind of play with it. So you have a 30-day trial period. Just an FYI for anyone that's watching.
Yeah, I mean, you can do is take our templates and start messing with them. If you sign up now, you have access to all our basically all our catalog that we've been releasing for the past few months. We got 50 in there, including the bonus stuff. So yeah.
No, because she asked the question. The question was, I would love to learn InDesign, but just can't afford the software. Any idea of any COVID discount software? So Young, the dog father, answered that live there. So they have a 30-day trial that you can actually learn the software. And then basically the goal is to take off in 30 days and learn the software and take advantage of that before you start paying for it, right? So
yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's start asking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So Manny broke it down right there, and then that's kind of what we're going to do is going to be doing pretty much a series of videos and just going over InDesign, and then of course we're going to be getting into Infinity PowerPoint and break everything down for you guys. If you guys aren't aware, like with PixelPod Studio, we do offer the interiors in PowerPoint, and of course they have all the InDesign files there too as well. Yeah, let's get to. I know there's a few. If you guys have any questions, please ask them. We're going to be getting into some of them right now. AJ. Oh, okay. So if anyone doesn't have Adobe Suite yet, take $30 from your stimulus check if you can and get it started.
Oh man, he went there, huh?
That's what I like about AJ though. He tells it like it is, and he knows a lot about InDesign and stuff like that. Jessica, another question. This is actually a really good question. Thank you for asking, Jessica. Hopefully you're safe too, by the way. Another question. I don't know if you guys already talked about, but will you ever go over how to add HTML coding into your description in KDP? Yeah, of course. There's a free tool that I use. I don't know the website. Completely forgot about it. I'll get that for you and I'll send it over to you. But with the HTML all that stuff, you just add your description in there, and then you can edit it to how you like it. It's a website, and then you can put like bold or put your subtitle or whatever, however you're doing, put your bullet points in there. It makes it so much easier to use. So yeah, I'll get that right over to you. Let me see if I actually can find it. Searcher. Shit, right here. Find it.
Young, did I explain it pretty good, or was it too fast, or I don't know. I'm just
you're good. You're good. You're good.
Trying to make sure that I don't go too fast, guys. I'm not an instructor by any means, so this is all new to me.
That was good. And the thing is, guys, if you guys ever have questions, you can always message us, and one of us is always going to respond. So if you ever have questions, and again, look. I think we said this from the very beginning when we first launched PixelPod Studio. Like, there is so much in InDesign that you can learn, right? I think I speak for all of us. And Manny, correct me if I'm wrong. There's no way one person's gonna know every functionality of an app. Okay, and I'm talking InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, and the list goes on, right? Yeah. So sometimes we might not have the answer. But I think as a community, what's really cool about PixelPod Studio is we're kind of empowering everyone. Like, if you don't have the answer, let's kind of come together as a community and figure out a solution, right? But for the most part, I believe we've been able to answer everyone's questions, and that's what's been cool about it up to this point. It's like we've been able to help people out and stuff. So yeah.
No, there's so AJ, which Adobe e-signature offers have the 90-day trial? The 90-day trials are for Adobe Sign Small Businesses and Adobe Sign Enterprise. I'm not sure what that means.
No, I think he's talking about. I think there's a discount right now for like 90-day trial, right? Is that AJ? Is that what?
Yeah, I think so. For as far as like for the everything that's going on in the world right now, they extended it to 90 days, right? That
I believe.
Okay.
I believe so. I mean, I still, I'm a freelancer, so like I pay for the full suite.
Yeah, I think they're offering something like that for sure. I think that's what it is. I think they were posting about it in the groups. We shared it about 2 months ago. I think I shared like not 2 months ago. Yeah, like a month ago. I'm sorry.
I think too, if you're a student too, I think it's like 60% off or something like that too. I don't know if you're going to school. I think you can get like the whole cloud for $20.
Yeah.
I think all you need is a college ID, a college email. So if you have your old college email, and you have access to it, I think that's all you need, to be honest. Because
are you sure?
Man. Because my little brother signed up for it. a while back, and he still has it because he does design too. But
Interesting.
I asked him, I'm like, hey, are you still on the student discount? He's like, no, I'm still on or he said yes, he's still in the student discount. I'm like, oh wait, you already graduated like 2 years ago, so
No,
I'm sure eventually they're gonna figure it out. But I mean, hey guys, $20 and you get Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, like the whole Adobe cloud, which is like 20 apps plus I think you can give you the mobile stuff too.
yeah, no, for sure. No, I think they're doing like big discounts on a lot of things right now.
I think if you call and like sign up, maybe they have a better. I think Adobe might even have like a chat too. So
Yeah.
just
Danny,
hit them up. I mean, is this a notebook designer?
InDesign. Talking about InDesign. So is it a
No,
notebook designer?
Well, yes and no, Danny. In general, InDesign is an app slash software where you can that the industry basically uses to publish books, to
Yeah.
design and publish books, and um, obviously with the with how popular the low content and no content business has been, a lot of people have been using InDesign, and we promote InDesign. We tell people to use InDesign because it is an industry standard when it comes to softwares. So to answer your question, it's a yes then no. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, InDesign is basically a publishing software. I mean, it's used to create books, lay out magazines, ebooks. So it falls within that criteria, but a lot of people do a lot of stuff in it. I mean, they do
Yeah.
forms. You can save them. You can export them as PDF, and then you can save the links on a PDF. It's crazy. You can do so much with it. I'm pretty old school. I started using Adobe PageMaker back like in '95, and that's how I got into all this stuff. But I did do Quark, and I didn't like Quark. So once InDesign was up in the air for people to learn, or once they launched it, I took advantage of learning it. And the cool thing about Adobe products is they're very seamless, so you can import a PSD, EPS, all that into the InDesign. So,
So Danny, so be clear.
So to be clear, are we talking about this because of KDP?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this is just not for KDP. I mean, look, guys, like I do my freelance work consists of ebooks too, so I do ebooks. So if you learn the software, there's not a lot of people that do ebooks. So, and if they do a very poor. They do it very, very in a poor taste, and they don't have the design skills. And they do it like in what free software is there, Young? Like, is there like a Microsoft publisher or whatever it is?
You mean as far as publishing books?
Software, like free publishing software.
I don't know of any, but I know some people use some apparently some open source ones, which
that's right.
Which from what we saw, it doesn't do a very good job.
It's not very consistent.
I remember the importing and the exporting.
The styles
functionality has some serious issues, and people were complaining about it. And I was like, well, and then when you and I looked into it, it's like, well, you're using an open source software, and you can only input and export so many times before glitches starts to happen, just like anything else, right?
For Danny's question, like, yes, this is strictly for KDP. You can do printables on Etsy. I mean, this is basically for low content journals and logs and whatever you want to call them. You can do activity books too as well. I mean, you can do everything, guys. Sorry, go ahead, RJ.
No, I think it's more of a it's a software, right? So it's going to help you.
Tool.
It's a tool. So it's a software / tool / software. You can edit your interiors, right? It makes it easier for you to edit. It also makes it easy for you to create and edit your interiors. Let's put it that way. And it's really fast. You do one edit like Manny just did, And we showed you right now on the live, you did a screen share, he did one edit and then edited all the other pages too as well, right? He created that actual interior, that sample interior right there. He created in InDesign, correct, Manny?
Yes, correct. I did it like 30 minutes before, was it like our last,
Yeah.
because me and RJ were talking about the e-commerce stuff, and then there's like a recipe. No, there was like what was it, like a list of e-commerce like high rising products, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like the bread maker. So I'm like, I thought it was like a good, like if we're gonna give you guys something, we want to make sure we provide value to. There's a reason why we're giving it to you. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just, again, guys, InDesign is a very powerful tool, and the reason why I use it is because you can set up master styles, and from one little tool palette you can change everything, and it'll do it automatically, as opposed to you going through every cell and changing everything manually. That's just going to take a lot of your time, right? I mean, right now, obviously, we have plenty of time, but
that right there, you saved someone 30 minutes by showing them how to do that. Believe it or not, guys. Yeah, Danny, that what he just shared right now in the previous, in the screen share, that him doing that like saved you 30 minutes of your time, as if you were using a different software or tool. Other tools do that too.
Yeah, you can do it in PowerPoint, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah. Why? Because I never really got into doing PowerPoint stuff, to be honest. I mean, there's people that are very savvy in it, and those are the people that are really thriving with the software. But if you're starting from scratch, why not just start learning from from a good software? I mean, there is Affinity Publisher too, and I know me and Young and actually RJ too we've been kind of messing with it. The only issue that we're having with that is importing our IDML files from InDesign to Publisher, and some of the stuff is getting a little wonky, and it's not importing correctly. So that's, I mean, Young, out of all our 50 files, how many do you think are good to go?
I would say a majority of them are good to go.
Okay.
There's a handful of them.
Yeah.
They have issues where things are misaligned or misaligned, or what was the other one where
they had like errors, like
doesn't pop up.
It was like little weird errors.
They have certain errors, and we need to investigate and figure out why, what was causing that. But so basically, it seems like 90% of the stuff will import into Publisher. But then there's always that 10% that we need to figure out why.
So here's Jessica again. She said, "I don't know Manny, but I've been following RJ and the Godfather, or the Dogfather said Dog, for a while, and you guys have always been helpful mentors."
Thanks.
Thanks, Jessica. Yeah. Jessica's good people, man, and Manny's a great guy, man. He's been a great addition to the team.
Here's another one by Jessica too as well. Am I correct with y'all's copyright interiors? We are not allowed to sell books on any other platform than KDP.
Jessica, I mean, the one thing you're not allowed to is just like, for instance, taking the PDF and uploading it to Etsy and selling it as a printable. That's the one thing where we don't want. And it's not because I think it's just not fair for anybody just to do that. If you do that, well, and you don't catch it, then oh well. But as long as you're changing it to some form, I know we said 50%,
but we're being pretty lenient on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you change the fonts, make it different in a way where it's not the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna go and report you to Etsy because like. One thing we ask is just make changes to it, right? That's it. Change the fonts.
Make it your own. Yeah. Change the fonts. Do what you got to do. And here's the thing, and this isn't just you, Jessica. This is just in general. It's like Manny said. If we catch people doing stuff like that, though, you're gonna be banned from the group for life. Because it's just, again, I think we're being pretty darn fair with what we're asking from you guys, and if you guys can't agree to those terms, it's just we don't want your business. Again, I think what we're asking is
I mean, we could do that if we
It's more
wanted to,
than
right?
fair. Uh-huh.
We can do that if we wanted to, right? Think about it. If we want to make more money, like we can do that ourselves, but we choose not to. Like, what's the point of doing that? Like, I don't
Yeah.
see. I mean, I'm not a money hungry person, and oh yeah, let me just upload the printables. Like, hey, change them, make them your own. It's not very difficult to change the fonts, and then upload it to Etsy as a printable, and you're fine.
Mhm.
I don't have no problem, guys.
No.
I'm not going to report anybody. I mean, there is people that do that report, and then you get your Etsy account banned, and that's like I'm not trying to do that to anybody here. As long as you make changes to it, that's all I'm asking personally.
Yeah.
I'm the one. Me and Young are the ones designing it, so I don't think it's fair for us to see the interiors as is, and they're uploaded as a PDF with our our copyright, and just change them, upload them, and do what you want, and do whatever you want with them, but don't upload the original PDF file, please.
Just well, not as a printable. I want to do that. I'm looking for a way to sell a book on Etsy since I'm doing so well over there.
I mean, if you're doing books, it's perfectly fine. I mean, change something, right? Just as long as you change the fonts, like right, guys, or
yeah, change the fonts and just make it your own. I think it just just mess around with the layout and kind of. I think that's like something that just changing, adding a few like different like columns in there, right, and kind of just making it. You want to make it your own, right? That's the most important thing. A lot of people like what you want to do is make it your own. You upload the interior as is anywhere. You're creating because you're just making more competition for yourself. And I understand like, no, you can't, don't do that as a printable. Don't do that. But in general, if you're uploading it over to Amazon just as is, it's like, you're creating more competition for yourself. You want to make it personally like your own, understand the niche and dominate that niche and be the best in that niche. And then that's how you make your first sale, believe it or not. Because
I think a lot of our members. I'm sorry, go ahead, Young.
No, I was just gonna say, and try and get a little more creative with with that. I mean, yeah, changing fonts is cool, but just get a little more creative. Like, okay, well, maybe I can add some shading in this cell, or I can make the stroke down this table a little more thicker. I mean, there's tons of ways to be creative. I mean, it's just really just understanding what you want.
Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, all the videos and showing you how if you're on InDesign, like all the videos are up on Podia. How to change this, how to mess with all the stuff that we're going over right now, guys. Everything's backlogged on our membership site, so it's there. It's the same thing. I mean, like I know we really don't. I mean, we've done some lives in the group and we don't really go in depth, but I mean, I pretty much covered the same thing because it's all you need to learn. Like a lot of people. We're eventually after the next. I think the next video is probably we'll talk about master pages and setting it up and then exporting it as a PDF. And the next one we'll probably do the cover, and that's it. The series is over. That's another thing that, and then RJ will show you guys how to upload it with all the keywords and stuff. And it's a series of videos that we're providing free content, right?
Yeah. No. Also, too, Jessica, good job on kicking ass over there on Etsy. Good job. I'm glad to hear you're doing well over there.
And Jessica, RJ and I know you personally, so if you ever have questions, feel free. Sometimes it might take me a day to respond, but I'll get back to you.
If it takes him a day to respond, he's trying to look for his glasses. That's why, Jessica.
Dude, I'm blind as hell with that.
Didn't you just get new glasses? Yeah,
I got new glasses, man.
Are the ones you're wearing?
Yeah, dude. You
got the blue light thing too?
No, these are transitions. So if I go out to the sun, they get that tint. But
I got mine's are new too, and they sold me on the blue light. I don't know if it's a gimmicky thing, but I just.
What is the blue light? What does that do?
It's so that like
when you go outside, you look like LL Cool J.
No, those are the transitioning lens. These are more like for the. I think not the radiation, but the UV. Like I don't know, man. He explained it to me, and I was just like, all right, whatever, I'll buy it.
No, I got the transition. So whenever I go outside, they turn dark, so it looks like I'm wearing sunglasses. Because he literally yelled at me because my last glasses were like 15 years old.
What?
He's like, dude, don't wear those.
That's
Because I
hilarious.
normally wear contact lenses when I'm out and about, and that's the cool thing about this whole quarantine is because I'm not going out. I've been wearing my glasses, and it's been really good for the eyes, man.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Is that are we tapped out?
Yeah, I think that's it right there. That's 40 minutes into this live.
Cool.
If you guys, like I said, I'll timestamp it down below on YouTube, and then you guys can go ahead and watch where the content starts.
I mean, yeah, I'm the way I'm just one last thing. The way I'm setting these up, guys, like that's the way all our interiors are set up. So just so that you know, everything is pretty easy to change with our interiors. Just keep in mind that everything that we're doing is basically I'm replicating what we do in our PixelPod studio subscription. Who's that?
So, hi, what's up, man? What's going on? Yo.
Are we there? That's it. Is he asking a question?
I have some beautiful intro. Do you think it could be a part of the PixelPod?
What is he asking?
If you guys are unaware too as well, like I said, the link is in the description. Go ahead and check it out. If you guys sign up, you guys will get 50 interiors. Once you guys sign up, you guys get access to 50 interiors. You get all the keywords, the custom line drawings. Then you get a private Facebook group to ask questions in there too as well. And then we're going to be putting a lot of content together like we've been doing. I want to turn this into like almost like a weekly thing, and reach out to people that are struggling with KDP. If they need any type of help, we're here to answer. We have my man Manny and I have my man Young over here that understand the tools and everything. And I'm like the SEO guy when it comes to understanding what's selling and researching. I love to do that stuff too, as well. Yeah, and I think it's just some good teamwork right here, and help us provide the content that you guys need in the community to help each other grow to that next level. So yeah, any questions at all, please comment down below. We'll get back to them, or reach out to us, message us. We're here to help. We're going to break down InDesign for you guys, and you guys should know how to use InDesign after we put all these series of videos together, and then we'll be moving on to Affinity Publisher and PowerPoint next. So like I said, any questions, please comment down below. And once again, if you guys sign up, you guys get access to 50 interiors total, keywords that are already done for the research for the niche already, and custom line drawings for each niche. All right. Anything else, guys?
No, that's it.
That's it. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Right.
Stay tuned for the next video.
Okay. Bye-bye.